Hello again. Today I wanted to show you the process that's involved in changing the idle speed on the VFR and what the correct value is to set it to. So I'll go through the process of where the actual adjuster is for setting the idle speed and what tools you need. Not much more to it, to be fair, because it's actually quite a simple job, so let's get to it. Okay, so here we are down the right hand side of the bike. On the 5th gen there is a rubber grommet or plug on the side of the bike, and you don't need any tools to pull it out. You can just grab it with your fingers. It might be a little bit difficult, but you just give it some force and out it pops. So this is the little plug. It's on the side here, just above the right hand side of the fairing, and all you need is a Phillips screwdriver. And before you start, you need to make sure that the bike is nice and warm, so get it up to about 70 degrees plus, should be fine. Once you've done that, you're looking to fit the Phillips screwdriver in this hole, push it all the way through, wiggle it about a bit till you feel it latch. So now if I try and twist it, I'm met with some resistance. So what we're going to do is start the bike up with a screwdriver in. It feels weird because you think, ooh, I'm pushing the screwdriver into the side of the engine whilst it's running, but trust me, you'll be fine. Start the bike up, leave the screwdriver in, keep an eye on the RPM, and what you're aiming for is about 1400-1500 RPM. You could go as low as 13. Some people like it to idle higher. The ideal is about 1400, but if you want it higher, that's no problem, you can do it yourself. It doesn't actually affect the bike. You could have it higher for the sake of stall prevention. I mean, some of the newer bikes, when you let the clutch out, it actually raises the RPM anyway. It does it itself to stop you stalling the bike. So if you have a problem with that, you can set the idle anywhere just a little bit higher just to help you with pulling away. But like I say, 1400 RPM is what you're aiming for, really. Now, my bike is running at about 1500, 1600. Sometimes, this is the thing, if you find that the idle is actually all over the place, sometimes you start at like 2000 RPM, sometimes it's 1500, and it's just never in a constant place, that might be down to the starter valves. I'll be doing a video on that soon, but for now let's just go over setting the idle speed. So I'll start the bike now, we'll have a look and then see what the bike's running at and where we can get it to ideally. So the bike's running. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm just going to adjust it and then we'll see how it goes. So you can see just a little bit of a turn to the left lowers the RPM quite a lot, so keep an eye on the RPM. Currently it's a little bit too low, so what I'm going to do is just raise it a little bit. It's idling at just over 1000 RPM, so I'm going to raise it a little bit, raise it up to 1400 if I can. Keep an eye on it and just twist it clockwise to speeden up the engine, to raise the RPM, counterclockwise to lower it. Okay, so take note of the engine sound, what it actually sounds like, and notice how much lower the pitch is, the tone of the engine. It sounds like it's idling a lot slower, and just generally healthier. So this is what it sounds like now, the ideal, and this is what it sounded like before. I'll just turn it back up to what it was. Hear the difference, and I'll lower it again so you can tell the difference here, and that's it. Screwdriver out, make sure to put the bung back in. All you have to do is push it back in, but it's as simple as that. Clockwise to raise the RPM, counterclockwise to lower it. That's it. See you later.